Welcome to the podcast Risk Intelligence with your host, Karen Adamsbaum. She will be sharing her knowledge on common insurance questions, coverage explanations, claim scenarios, and interviews with brokers, clients, and colleagues to discuss various topics in the insurance industry.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of my podcast called Risk Intelligence. Today, I'm going to talk about a recent example that happened where a client called me and he said, Karen, he goes, I am on the trust board for an organization, and I need to make sure that my liability coverage is up to date. That was his email to me. So he gave me the entity that sits on the board for as a trustee, and I insure that client. So the first thing that I did was I looked up the policy and I went to the latter half of the policy. And the reason why I do that is because usually policies are anywhere from 75 pages or more. And the first, I would say 15 to 25 pages is where you see the real data, the limit, the effective date, the name of the insured, what the inclusions are, what the exclusions are, etc. But after that is where you get into all the wording. And this is the section of the policy that I had to review to make sure that him, as a trustee of this organization, would be covered. So this is how I did it. I looked at the policy, go to the definition section of the policy, and the first thing that I see is insured. Insured means an insured person or an insured entity. Okay, that's good. We're getting somewhere. Now I have to see what an insured person means. So an insured person in the policy, this is what it said. An insured person means an employee or an executive. Okay, now I need to go a little bit deeper. What is an employee or an executive? Well, this is what the policy said. An executive means any past, present, future, duly elected or appointed director, trustee, advisory board member, officer, governor, or managing member of a management committee of an insured entity. Well, bingo. Okay, so now my client is covered as a trustee for this entity. So I emailed him back. I told him he's good, and that task was done. So I just wanted to explain to everybody what is involved when you are asked, an insurance broker is asked, am I covered? These are the steps that I go through. I hope that information was helpful. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the podcast Risk Intelligence. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and connect on LinkedIn by doing a search on Karen Adamsbaum.